Today I'm taking a look at 4 gift wrapping gadgets to supposedly enhance your gift wrapping experience. So let's see how all 4 of these work in today's video. The most requested of the bunch is this, which is the Little Elf gift wrap cutter. I actually bought this a couple years ago. Typically runs about 18 bucks for a 2-pack on Amazon. The claims are that it was seen on Shark Tank. It makes cutting and wrapping paper easier, safe to use, fits most rolls up to 2.25 inches. You get a clean, straight cut every time. Now on Amazon, those who like it say it's great for getting a nice straight cut and it saves time. A lot of people say it's easier than scissors. Now those who didn't like it, some people said it's not as effective on cheap wrapping paper or large rolls. Some said it was too large, while others said it's not easier than scissors. Now I bought a couple of these a couple years ago. This is the one I didn't use, so this one is pretty much unused. But one thing I noticed in the comments is people were saying that this does not fit all roll sizes, so let's check it out. I've got 7 different rolls of wrapping paper here from cheapo dollar store. These 3 are kind of mid-range from Big Lots, and these 3 are more expensive. So $1 around the $3 range, and around the $5 to $7 range for these 3. First up, El Cheapo. This one is clearly going to be no problem because it's so small. I could make some sort of a crude joke, but I'm going to resist the urge, so to speak. All right, so let's move up to the Big Lots. This one doesn't fit. It does not fit. Could I squeeze it in there? Maybe. Oh, that's not good. I can't do it. Maybe as the paper gets used, it might fit, but we're already off to a 50-50 start. This one does not fit. All right, next up, this is another Big Lots roll. This one looks kind of big too. Well, that doesn't fit either. Hopefully one of these fits. All right, this one does fit. It does fit. Very nice. All right, cool. All right, so of the expensive papers, let's see what we got here. Okay, this one fits. That one does fit. That is almost oddly satisfying the way that slides around on there. So we got some Donkey Kong paper here. This one fits as well. All right, so we're back on a roll here. And this is by far the heaviest gift wrap I think I've ever, it's very heavy. And that one's not even close, not gonna fit. So right out of the gate, the Little Elf is only fitting some of these rolls. The way this works is that you put the Little Elf over the wrapping paper. And they say you can use this to store your wrapping paper, but this one's so loose, I don't think that would really be very helpful. All right, so what you do next is you keep the Little Elf around the wrapping paper and you dispense how much you would like. Then what you do is you pull it across the end, and then here's the blade. You want to hook it over the other side of the paper and then cut. And it's ripping. Some people said that the cheap paper didn't work as well in here. Now I start to believe it. Come on, let me try it again. There we go, there we go, there we go. All right, once it gets started, it works pretty well. Getting it started might be the trick. But this is cheap paper though. Let's try a little bit better quality paper and see how that works. This is my mid-range roll I got from Big Lots. So let's dispense our paper here. This time I'm gonna cut with the wrapping paper down. Here we go. Is it a clean cut? It is a clean cut. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right, let's move up to a little bit more expensive roll of paper here. Inserting it into the Little Elf, which it is properly inserted. Dispensing the paper of the desired quantity. Now I looked online. Some people seem to have the wrapping paper side up. Some people had it down. I'm trying it both ways. All right, so moving it to the end, giving it a little twist, and there we go, there we go. I can already tell you that the more expensive paper cut much better than the cheaper paper. But I guess that's kind of to be expected, right? Let's move over to another table and actually wrap a gift using the Little Elf gift wrap cutter. Let's try a little bit of a real world situation here. This is where I'm gonna be wrapping my gifts this holiday season, so let's try a couple right now. First up, using the Little Elf cutter, let's see what we got. I'm gonna wrap this Blink outdoor floodlight. I tend to actually measure out my wrapping paper when I start wrapping, so let's do that. For the width, we want width plus the height times 2. 11 inches. 6 inches, so 11 plus 12, 23 inches wide. That's 6 inches, so they're gonna double that. 8 inches, so I'll double that. 12 plus 16, 28 plus 2, even 30 inches. Lucky for me, this wrapping paper is exactly 30 inches. Does anybody else use a tape measure when wrapping gifts? I'm sure that I'm not the only one, right? Well, here we go, inserting the Little Elf cutter. And this roll is right about the maximum size here. It barely fits in there, but it does fit. And we're right about 23 inches, so all I have to do is slide this over and give it a swipe. That should be the right size now. Before I get to that, I should point out you can make smaller cuts, not just with a roll. So if you have some paper you want to make a smaller cut, all you have to do is fold it over like this, and then just run it along that way as well. So you can make smaller cuts without having the roll there if necessary. But in this case, the work of the Little Elf is done. All I have to do is wrap my gift now. And there we have it, not too bad. It did a pretty good job of the cutting. I'm not sure that it was a huge difference over scissors, and it doesn't fit all my rolls, but when it does work, it works pretty well. Next up is one I've got a few more requests for as well, and that is this, which is the Wrap Buddies. Let's take a look back at the unboxing and then get started. Let's take a look at the Wrap Buddies. I paid $24.99 for this. It's currently a #1 bestseller on Amazon. Well, it's a little bit bigger than I thought it was going to be. It's like a clamp tape dispenser. Now the claims are this a tabletop wrapping tool that saves time and reduces frustration by keeping your wrapping paper secure and your tape easy to reach. Fits most tables or countertops, works with any size of gift wrap. People on Amazon who like it say it saves time, it's easy to use, and it's well made. Those who didn't like it said it doesn't work for them, ripped the paper, or felt like it was too expensive. It's kind of an unusual looking gadget when you look at it, but I do have some rolls of tape to stick on here. All right, so that roll of tape is on there. So for this one, what we're supposed to do is clamp one side of the table, adjust it for the length of the roll, and then clamp the other side. We should be good to go. Let me just start with my El Cheapo roll here and see how that goes. So inserting the El Cheapo roll, is it gonna fit? Oh no, the El Cheapo roll barely fit on there. All right, so now we have to just insert it in there and clamp. All right, so we should be good to go. How's it gonna roll out? Oh, it's a little bit stiff. I think this side seemed a little bit kind of tight, but it does seem to fit. Can I roll it back up? I can. I'm gonna try some of the other sides and see how they work. This is one of my Big Lots rolls, and this opening is much larger. Let's try that. And now as you can see, the difference in size is significant. It's just kind of loose in there. All right, I got both clamps in place. Let's see, does it work? Oh, that's not bad. Not bad at all. That does not seem too bad. So far the Wrap Buddies are 2 for 2. Let's keep going. Here's my long Big Lots one. I'm not sure if my table's gonna fit this. It might not even fit. Can I go all the way out to the edge? Oh wow, I might be able to do it. Oh, it did it. That is the exact width of my table. It's not gonna go any more than that, but let's see. Oh yeah, it does work. It doesn't seem like the size of this opening really has a negative effect on whether the Wrap Buddies works or not, which is a good thing. Let's try some of the expensive paper now. That's not too bad either. Now I wanna try wrapping a gift with the Wrap Buddies, but I wanna pair it with the next item, so let's do that one first and then wrap the next gift. Next up is the second cutter of the bunch. This looks pretty nondescript. It's pretty popular, so let's see how this one works. I paid about 12 bucks for this. It's a 3-pack plus refills. Now the claims are, they say it's the perfect Christmas wrapping paper cutter. It's supposed to be safe, efficient, easy to use. Can also be used for other things like envelopes, vinyl film, or other items. Take a look at one of these here. Well, it's cheap plastic, and looks like there is a razor blade inside of there. Those online who like it say it's faster and easier than scissors, while others say it allows for more precision than other cutters. Now those who didn't like it, some people said it doesn't work well with heavy gift wrap, while others said the blades are difficult to replace. I've got one of each type of wrapping paper here. I've got ultra cheap, kind of the mid-range, and the more expensive. I'm gonna use my Wrap Buddies to assist me for this test. I'm gonna try cutting one of each, see how it goes. First up, El Cheapo wrapping paper. It should be pretty straightforward. Let's try it out. And again, this is the cheap paper. Some people say the cheap paper is more difficult for these cutters. Let's find out. Oh yeah, it's not great. It is not great. Hold on. Oh, I'm tearing it. Once you get it started, not too bad. Oh, it's tearing again. Oh, look at this. This is brutal. Is this the cutter's fault or the wrapping paper's fault for being cheap? That is the question. But let's keep trying. You almost have to go really fast for this. Let me try one more cut here. All right, it seems like if you go slow, you're asking for disaster. But if you go fast, not so bad. Can you cut a small strip though? How about if you have a tiny gift? Do you want to cut that? I guess it works. Is that better than scissors? In that case, I don't know about that. Try another one. Well, maybe not bad. I don't know, I'm kind of on the fence still. Let's keep going. Let's try this roll as well. This is a little bit more heavy duty paper. Now getting this started is a bit tricky. Once you get it started, it's not bad. I could even go on an angle. Look at this. Once you get it started, especially if the paper is good, it's not bad. Getting it started is a bit tricky. And finally, let's try some expensive paper. Okay, I'm gonna make shapes here. Definitely the higher level paper you get, the easier it is to work with. I guess that's gonna be the case with any cutter though, right? I even made a little decorative design here in my cut. Let's head over the table now with my cutter and the Wrap Buddies and see how they can wrap a gift together. Let's try the Wrap Buddies on this round table here. And I think they did it on a round table in one of their videos, so it shouldn't be a problem. Let's find out. Put it on the side here. I'm gonna use my Donkey Kong paper. You can kind of use both hands and adjust it a little bit here if you need to on this round table, so that doesn't look too bad. For this one, I'm gonna wrap One of the most wished for gifts on Amazon was this Baby Cakes mini cake pop maker. I haven't reviewed it yet, but I'm going to. So after measuring it out, the wrapping paper should be about 20 by 25 inches. Now for years, I always just put the gift in there and just kind of measured it by eyeball. I like the measuring tape now, but there's no right or wrong way to do it. Now I'm going to use this cutter to cut out my 20 by 25 size I need. Very smooth. Of course, this is good paper too, though. On good paper, it glides through it like butter. On cheap paper, it's more like quicksand. But now all I have to do is wrap my gift. All right, it came out pretty nice. I think the wrapping job was pretty good. All right, so as far as this gift goes, this was pretty effective, not that bad, although scissors won't really be that much different. I do like the fact that the tape is so handy right there, and this does a pretty good job of holding and dispensing the paper, so a pretty good job overall. And finally, we have these, which look a lot like those old slap bracelets. In fact, I think they are. But these are actually wrapping paper holders. Let's check it out. In this rather unassuming box are the wrapping paper wraps, which I paid 10 bucks for a 12-pack. See what we got in there. Okay, I'll just pull one of these out of here. Now, is it me, or does this look like the slap bracelets people were wearing years ago? Kind of looks like it to me. In fact, I reviewed some sunglasses that also had this slap wrist design to it. But anyways, the claims are that it's a silicone flip wrap that's ideal for storing wrapping paper, posters, and other items easily without damage. No more tape, clips, or rubber bands. People online who liked it said it's an easy solution for storing wrapping paper. Not a lot of cons, but some people said they weren't as secure as expected. This should be easy to test out, so let's get started. So I really think these are the slap bracelets just repurposed. And that's fine, I give them credit. Whoever came up with this pretty good idea to repurpose something that's been around for a long time. But let's pull all the old rolls out now and put these on there and see how they work. El Cheapo roll first. I'm just gonna do the old slap bracelet move where I just kind of slap it on there. And that didn't work. It didn't work. I guess I have to go kind of dainty with that, but it holds it. I mean, it's a little bit loose, but this is a tiny roll though. But I guess that will keep it from unraveling, and you don't have to put any tape on there, but let's try the bigger rolls and see how they do. I've got my 3 Big Lots rolls here. I can even kind of color code them. I got a white with a red and white. Now that one you can kind of slap it on. It holds it, but it's kind of wrinkling that up a little bit. You gotta be careful. Well, there we go. And that holds it these thicker rolls, it holds it pretty securely on. That's not too bad, really. Slap. The slapping is working. Everything but the thin rolls it worked on. All 7 of these are actually held in place with these slap bracelets. I mean the wrapping paper wraps. And they seem pretty solid. It seems like it's pretty easy. Better than tape, because the tape, it's always a pain to get on and off. These are holding it not too bad. So in the end, I'd say the 2 that I like the most are the wraps. It's a repurposing of slap bracelets, but they work perfectly on these. And the Wrap Buddies, which I had no problem with for anything I tested out. The 2 cutters I'm a bit on the fence on, because it seems like the better the paper, the better they work. The worse the paper, the worse they work. So it depends on what paper you're using if it's gonna work for you. But that's all I've got. If you've tried any of these, tell me what you think in the comments below. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time.